So, first of all, I want to very clearly thank Dana, who added some interesting details. I knew a lot of information here, but I want to thank her for providing a few more details. And they are linked in a very weird, strange ways to our glorious DOA. But I have to do the obvious, so please hit the like button, please subscribe if you can, and please consider signing up for channel membership for more extra juicy content. And this is really out there. This is really out there. So, the latest activities with DOA, one of the more notorious protesters associated with SPTV and the SPTV Foundation run by Aaron Smith Levin, is as usual stupid insanities, one of which was to just occupy the area near the Blue Building in California because he said so. But old Scotty boy did not apparently reread the municipal code and they're forced to leave. Now, in isolation, it just might be another DOA moment where he was dumb and they wasted a lot of time and money. But the question has always been with Scotty, is he being controlled directly by OSA and Scientology, or they are influencing him in a way to make these really bad decisions and hurt the movement overall? Now, these are speculations. I want to be clear, these are speculations. They're grounded in fact, but there are some very interesting networks that have been associated with him. Now, it might seem a little weird because Alex Jones and Robert Kennedy and Louis Farrakhan, what's all this about? Well, Scientology for years and years has been very anti-vax. So anybody who's anti-vax immediately got in bed with. And they've been associating with Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, and Robert Kennedy, and they've been pushing all kinds of conspiracies with the vax and so on and so forth. Now, I'm not taking a political stance, I'm just giving factual information. And in terms of the Scientology angle, one is rock solid, and it's very weird. It's this California lawyer and Scientologist, Dundas, or Dundas. I'm going to call her Dundas. So Dundas is hooked up with Robert Kennedy's charity, and that charity pumps out a lot of propaganda regarding the vax. And guess what? Dundas showed up for the convoy, which is the former protest movement that DOA was hooked up with, stealing and lying from those people, and then moved on to the anti-Scientology scene because he just loves children, right? That's Scott just saw Aaron. He loved children's and loved the money and just came running to California. Oh, that, and he has a lot of restraining orders and a lot of court cases. So anyway, the Dunas angle is even more dark and serious than people think because she was part of, yes, wait for it, the January 6th riots. Yeah, she helped participate in the insurrection. So legally, she's in a lot of hot water with the feds. So there you go. So might Dundas have been given information by OSA about old Scotty, who also was betraying and backstabbing a lot of protesters with the convoy? Makes you think. Now again, don't know for sure, but that is a massive coincidence that we have Dundas showing up for the convoy, and there's old Scotty doing his usual thing, screaming and acting like a complete moron. And you'd think the observant Scientology would say, hey, we need to keep an eye on that kid. He can be very useful and be manipulated. But to be fair to DOA, he does a very good job of being manipulated all by himself because he went on with this weirdo conspiracy about tunnels. And apparently that was the reason they were at the Blue Building.
And good, ready to see the soil? Right where season 10 left off. We're season 11, soil. Doesn't look like looks like
So the SBTV fools got shut down because of the municipal code violation, and DOA is like, it's funny to me, guys. Why is it our dirt bad? We have to leave, but their dirt good. Well, genius, it may be because they checked with the city. Because, Scientology, they got the money and the lawyers, and they double check saying, well, can we put this there? And the answer is, well, yeah, if that's in the code, that's in the code. You'd have to be saying the municipal code specifically was enacted by Scientology to prevent these protests. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe research the code and let us know. Or it could be, like many municipal codes, it sounds silly and stupid, or it's not necessary, but there is a valid legal reason for it. So you can't go to Supreme Court, you're violating my country's as a sovereign ant? Because I deserve to put my dirt there? And they'd be like, no, there's a code to prevent that. They, on the other hand, went through the proper process. They can put the dirt there. Also, what if they're making a tunnel? Who the hell cares? I mean, they make buildings and things all the time. Why is this a discovery? What is the conspiracy? They're planning to do criminal and bad actions. We know that already. We know that the cult does a lot of crimes. What was the discovery, genius? So maybe Scotty wasted our time over the last 10 days dividing people because now he got into a big fight with Jay, and Jay got all surly with him recently, and they're just shouting back and forth. That's great unity in a mass movement there. So at this point, Streets is dealing with a court case. Jessica's looking in the mirror, looking at herself, and DOA is in his truck spewing conspiracy theories about tunnels and talking about the Shawshank Redemption. That's the great legal minds who are going to shut down Scientology. A drug dealer, a guy who may be directly handled by the OSA office, and a girl who just walks around town asking people silly questions. That's about it. That's where we are with the SPTV counter pro revolutionary movement.